Hey guys, I'm really excited for today's video because today I'm going to be doing a first impression on a new foundation that has reached the Netherlands like yesterday. The foundation I'm going to be trying out is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. The reason I was so excited about this is because it's basically everything I want in a foundation. I love full coverage. I love long wear matte finishes. So this promises just that. It actually promises full coverage, long wear, matte finish, waterproof, and oil-free formula. So this is going to be amazing if it works out. It is in a very beautiful packaging. It's in a nice chrome silver packaging. I got it in the shade 5.5, which is a little bit darker than I'm used to at this moment, but I'm usually not this pale, so for me this was just, I didn't want to get a too pale color and then I'm not going to be able to use it. The packaging of the actual bottle is gorgeous. It has a nice detailing with some kind of like caging on the front, and it's just beautiful, and I think this is just the epitome of Urban Decay. Urban Decay always has nice packaging. One great thing about this, it does have a pump, which, you know, if anyone loves beauty, you know that pumps are very much appreciated, especially when big companies put them on, because I know for a fact that big companies usually don't use pumps. You have to buy them extra, for example. What this foundation actually promises is the ultimate foundation for flawless looking complexion. This waterproof formula provides complete coverage that lasts all day or all night, with a modern matte finish that never looks overdone. I'm going to class in a couple hours, so I will be checking in after that, or even I think I'm gonna go to the gym right after that, so I will be checking out throughout the day just to see how the hold is, and especially at the gym because that's when I'm gonna be sweating the most, so I guess then we're gonna have to really see if this holds up to its word. I'm just going to be priming half of my face just to see how the actual foundation holds up on its own. I'm using my favorite Laura Mercier blemishless primer. It's a little pricey, but it's very nice and very lightweight. I'm going to be applying that on this side here. I do have a couple blemishes. Obviously I have my acne scarring that I've always had, so this is usually where I want to see if it covers up the most. I have some active blemishes, so we'll see how it works. I'm going to apply it on this side and work it in. I'm going to be applying it with my beauty blender just because this is the only thing I usually use. To shake before use, I'm going to do that. And we're just going to pump it out on the hand on camera here. So it's quite runny. It's not too thick. I did about 2 pumps there. And the color is going to be, as I said, a little bit dark, so please ignore that. But we're just going to get this show on the road. I'm just going to dot this out on my skin here. And also on the other side. I like to also see how the foundation applies if it's not on a primer. We shall see. So initial reaction on the primed side, it applied very smooth. It blended in very fast, which I'm very happy about because it wasn't really too thick to blend in. Let me zoom in and show you guys what it looks like on this side. So it covered up very well just for the first layer. As you guys can see, you can barely see any of my acne scarring. It's not like matte where you look really like dry. It's actually quite has a dewy finish, but I'm just gonna wait for it to set before I make any conclusions about that with the primer under. So let's do the other side. I'm gonna apply just a little bit more on this cheek just to see how it layers. I'm very impressed so far. This is the first impression, and the first impression is very good. So as you guys can see, it has matted down a little bit. It's still a little bit shiny on my cheeks here, but it's definitely covered incredibly well. Hey guys, so I have applied the rest of my makeup, and this is the way the foundation looks right now. I'm gonna admit I did eat some breakfast, and I applied this about 40 minutes ago, I would say, and it still looks very good. As you guys can see, I have my highlight on, but the foundation still looks quite dewy. It's not fully matte like as it states on the packaging, which is fine. I like the way it's looking right now. I don't mind it. So I did not apply any powder on the actual foundation part. I did apply it under my eyes and just a little bit in the T-zone, but not on these areas. Talking about the prime side and the unprime side, I did notice that it was a little bit harder to blend my bronzer on the unprimed side, but I just think that's just because I'm not using primer. It doesn't really affect the fact the foundation performance. I did see that actually the foundation looks the same on both sides. It's equally as smooth on the both sides, so I don't think that the primer has a huge difference. For now, we're gonna check in later. We're gonna see how it looks later after I've been to the gym and to school. So I will see you guys in a bit and we'll check how this foundation holds up. But so far, 2 thumbs up. Hey guys, I'm in for my first check-in. It's been around 3 hours. Let me check my phone. So I put the makeup on at about 9:30. It is now 2 o'clock and I'm 2 o'clock and I'm ready to do my first check-in. The foundation feels great, so before we actually go into how it looks, it feels great. It doesn't feel cakey or anything or heavy. I really am impressed with the way that it's feeling. So now let's take a look at how it's looking. After about 4 hours, you can see that I'm a little bit shiny here, which I'm not too sad about because I'm actually happy that it's not looking dry. I would rather look a little bit shiny than dry because I've been having such problems with dryness around this area and it's just looking like a cake face whenever I put anything on. So it's definitely not completely matte. If you see on the side that has that doesn't have the primer, you can see that it's a little bit more shinier, or maybe not. It has separated a little bit and it kind of gunked up here. I can show you guys. Let me see. So it has gunked up a little bit around this area. I do need to go and get threaded because I do have some hairs here. So that's how it looks like on the unprimed side, and this is on the primed side. I think it looks very nice. I mean, I have really uneven skin tone, so no matter what, I will look a little bit blotchy and a little bit texturized, but so far so good. We will see. I will check in. I'm gonna go to the gym and I will check in with you guys after the gym. I'm sorry for the really messy look. I just came back from the gym and I wanted to film right away so that you guys can see the initial kind of reaction to sweating and to actually being really active for this foundation. I decided to do a really intense workout just to really try out how it is. However, when I live a little bit further away from the gym, so I scooter home, so most of the time the sweat kind of dries in before I get home. So let's have a little look at how it's looking like. We can already see that there is oil, but it's not bad. Honestly, I don't feel like it looks too bad. Now that I'm looking at this mirror, it does look a little oilier than I thought. So yeah, here there's some oil. I haven't blotted or anything all day, so I kind of expected it to look like this. I can see that both sides look the same, so I don't think a primer is necessary with this one, even though I would always use a primer just for the sake of like the smoothness of how it goes on my skin. I can tell here around my nostrils and on top of my mouth, it's starting to rub off. Especially you can see all the redness here around my nostril area, and yeah, the oil is definitely there. I'm gonna give you guys one more update after this, and that is at the end of the night. It is now, let's check. It is now 4:30, so I'm gonna check back in with you guys in, yeah, whenever I feel like I can check in. Hopefully it's gonna be really late so we can really see the wear of this foundation. Hey guys, this is my last check-in. It is 1 o'clock. I had to do a voiceover because I had some friends over, but as you can see, the foundation looks great actually. I do have some oily parts here and there around my cheek area and also my nostril area. It has rubbed off. One thing I forgot to mention was that the foundation did oxidize, so that's why I was so unsure about the color. However, I do love the way it looks and I love the way it feels, so I will keep using it. It lasted such a long time and I really love this foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions. Please leave some comments below and I love you guys. See you in the next video.